Welcome back. Let's finish up digital products. All right, so CF0 equals 2, 3, 8, 7, 500 plus minus. Okay? CO1, so this is enter and down arrow. CO1 is equal to 581,875. Enter and down arrow. FO1. Let's see, how long is this project? Residual value, 7 years. FO1 is equal to 6. Why? Because in the 7th year, we get this plus we get 360. So we're going to get 581,875 for 6 years. Enter, down arrow. CO2 is equal to 581,875 plus 360,000. So how much is that? That's 941,875. Enter, down arrow, and FO2, enter, and down arrow. Okay, so now we've entered all of our cash flows. Now, NPV, I equals 11.77. And then enter, down arrow, and compute. And we get a net present value of $452,722. And then IRR compute, so we did that earlier, and we get 17.2%. So in both cases, this is a positive number, and this is higher than our weighted average cost of capital of 11.77%. So we do this project, okay? So we've entered the cash flows, hit NPV, I equals, and we get our net present value, and then we hit IRR compute, and we get 17.2%. Now, let's erase this and add in one more factor or feature or challenge, and it says, for a project that is 20% less risky, all we have to do is hit NPV, I equals, and calculate 11.77. This is for a project that is 20% less risky, times 1 minus 0.2. Okay? And so that is 9.146% that we put in. So NPV, I equals 9.146%. Enter, down arrow, and compute, and we get a net present value of $692,365. So the project generates a lot more positive net present value because the discount rate is 20% lower. Okay? Now notice that the internal rate of return is not going to be affected, but our discount rate will be affected. Now let's say that our internal rate of return had been, let's say 11%. we'd come up with an internal rate of return of 11%. Well, without changing our discount rate, we wouldn't do the project. 11% is less than 11.77%. But if our discount rate goes down to 9.146%, well now our internal rate of return of 11% is higher than our new discount rate. All right, now let's do one more. NPV I equals, now this is for a project that is 20% riskier than the average project, so we're going to take our discount rate 11.77% times 1 plus 0.2, and we get a new discount rate of 14.124%. 14.124. NPV I equals 14.124. We don't have to change any cash flows, and we get a new net present value of 241,111. So the discount rate goes up, the net present value goes down, the discount rate goes down, the net present value goes up. We would still do the project. But let's say our internal rate of return, let's say it was 13%. IRR was 13%. Well, we would do it here, but we wouldn't do it here. Okay? So that's how we make the adjustment for projects that are more risky and less risky than the overall market. All right, that's it. We're done with digital products, and we'll move on to excavation and then to the restaurant problem. I hope that this is helpful. Peace out. Shalom.